What it do, Niner fam? Make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss none of these videos, man. The season about to start, man. It's about to start. It's gonna look vicious. It's gonna be vicious out there, man. Them Niners is looking real nice. I'm telling you. You know what? The thing is, people think, oh, the Niners gonna shock people. I don't think it's gonna be a shock. I think people right now is they looking at the Niners like, well, they didn't do good last year, but that was last year, and people hate. People gonna hate. They gonna hate. That's what they gonna do. That's You can't stop that. But I know people in their mind, they did have a bunch of injuries. They did have a bunch of injuries. They did come off of a Super Bowl, and before that, an NFC Championship, and before that, so the wear and tear on them. I know they were tired, and I know people gotta understand that. As much as they hating, now they hating. People hate. They hate. But I know they know if this gets on track, saying it's nothing that could stop them. But now, Robert Saleh. Listen to Robert Saleh. He says, knock on wood, we love this rookie class. I know Fred talked candidly about Upton Stout. Everybody's talking about Upton Stout. Okay, anyway, said he's doing a hell of a job. Alfred Collins has been getting better every day, showing really good progress in the run game. CJ West has been showing good stuff in the run game. Michael, obviously, it's hard to see in there, but his pass rush on the inside has been fantastic. Now, listen to some of the stuff. Listen to what they say. We got other rookies. And the thing is, go look back last year. They talked about Malik Mustafa because of his build and how he was. Like, he was Malik Mustafa because physical. They didn't say too much about Ronaldo Green, except when he started playing Ronaldo Green. You could see it. You was like, oh, okay. I'm saying he in there. And then they said a little bit about Garendo, but as far as speaking highly of him at the beginning, they not like this. But you got to remember, defense. They on defense with Saleh. See, it's a big difference. See, everybody's thinking that, oh, it's the same. It's the same from last year, and they said no. Coaching matters. You basically got a head coach that's doing the defense, basically. Okay? So when you got that where he can focus just on his craft, let me explain something to y'all, man. It's a big difference when you got to be the coach of the Jets, where people got all these expectations, and the quarterback's injured or the running back is injured, and you're trying to focus on the defense and then the offense. When you just say, all right, scratch all that, just completely focus on what you do best. What got you your coaching job? What got you your head coaching job? Defense. So Saleh, and then coming into the Niners, you see what they did for Saleh? They basically said, all right, we got these many draft picks. What do you want? First pick. You know what I'm saying? Then he just started filling in the holes. Boom. Let's go get linebackers. Let's go get some corners. Let's go. He just started filling in the holes. CJ West and Alfred Collins. I'm telling y'all, do not be surprised. That's why I want everybody to Niners fly right on under the radar. Just fly right under the radar where people like, oh, they got this week's schedule and they're just as bad as last year, and we're not worried about the Niners. Oh, that's the Rams. The Rams are good. They got Sam Darnold, got Seattle, and the little bitty quarterback from the Cardinals. Oh yeah, we're worried about them. Okay. I remember years ago when Harbaugh was coaching the Niners. That first game, I'm trying to think if it was the Bears or Minnesota. I have to remember that. But what I do remember is when Alex Smith was starting. And it's his first game. And everybody, I think we had like a couple of wins, 5 or 6 wins the year before. It could have been less than that. With I think it was like 5 wins with 5 or 6 wins with Singletary. Not because Singletary gave us 5 or 6 wins. It's because Singletary got fired and they brought in, they didn't bring in, what's that other? Was it Tom Sula? They made him head coach for a minute as an intern, and then we won a couple of games at the end. And so that season, was a wash. So Harbaugh came in, and Niners flew right under the radar. That first game, I remember the commentators talking. What's that? Saragusa. Saragusa was commentating. He was like, they're just going to run the ball. They're just going to run the ball with Frank Gore and, hopefully stay in this game. Or it was the Titans. I can't remember. When they spread it out 5 receivers and Alex Smith was picking them off, was picking their defense off. And by the time halftime came, Frank Gore had already 100 yards. Alex Smith had like 2 touchdowns. The defense was murdering them fools. Saragusa came on the field and was like, "What? We don't know what's going on. This is not the same Niner team. It's the same players, but it's not the same Niner team. What's going on?" And we end up blowing them out. And so people was thinking, this is a regular. When the season first started, they was like, this regular. But once that statement game, now everybody was like, oh shit, we got to take the Niners seriously. And that first year, like I said, Niners went to NFC Championship. But they had every game after that, we were beating, putting beatings on fools. It was bad. It was bad. And people like, where did they come from? What's going on? They've been there. The Niners had been, them players had been there. Now they added on a few pieces, but them players had been there already. And like I said, since they had a losing season prior, people, just don't worry about it. But that first game was a complete statement. When everybody was like, this is going to run Frank Gore. Alex Smith going to hand it off a few times. And Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree, he was tearing them up. It was ridiculous, man. And watch, this going to be like that this season, man. Fly right under the radar. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about us. I be watching some of the First Take and the ESPN area. Oh, the NFC West, and you got the Rams out there. The Rams, and Seattle. They got Sam Darnold. Okay. Like I said, okay. It is what it is. It's the reason they talking highly on these draft picks, and not just on the draft picks. You got a rejuvenated Fred Warner, rejuvenated. You got a rejuvenated Bosa. You got a rejuvenated team. We had no off season. We had no off days. You go from NFC Championship, Super Bowl, and then you take 2 weeks or maybe a week to get your body right, spend time with your family, spend time with your kids, and then got to do it all again. Remember, it's not 16-game season, a 17-game season. Now, the Niners, they fully rested. They get married, having kids. Brock just had his first kid or whatever it is, and I think Christian McCaffrey had I'm telling you, that's it. They all at practice. Trent Williams been at practice almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Looking real good, looking nice. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, man. It is what it is. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this, man. You can't miss this. You feel me? Season about to start. Peace. I'm out of here.